We grow up treating mistakes like villains, hiding them, fearing them, deleting them from the record. Our resumes brag about wins, our accomplishments, but never include the mistakes we made and learn from to take us to where we are at the moment. What if we've had it backwards all along? Every slip up is a breadcrumb leading to who we're becoming. Every cringe-worthy moment is proof we dared to try. So this isn't a story of perfection, it's a story of progress. So if you've ever wished you could rewind your past, don't. You're not broken, you're leveling up. So stick around, but let's make those mistakes matter. Well, here's where it gets fascinating. Our brains are literally built to learn from blunders. Success feels good, sure. And mistakes? Well, they teach. Effort naturally creates errors, and every error is your brain saying, hold on, let me get stronger. So join me, Marie Chrysostomo, as we dig into the science of trial and error because the very moments we avoid are the ones that make us smarter. When we mess up, the brain releases a sharp signal called error related negativity, or ERN. It's a jolt that makes the brain pay attention, form new connections, and adjust future behavior. Think of it as a neural GPS, which reroutes you towards a better path. And here's the kicker: effort and errors are inseparable. If you're pushing into the unknown, missteps are not a glitch, they are the entire learning mechanism at work. So this makes sense because when someone has a growth mindset and are open to learning from mistakes, they are more likely to pay attention to those oops moments rather than brush them off. Because of that, their brains show stronger error related potentials and they tend to perform better afterwards. Let's talk about blind spots. These are the things we don't know, and we have to accept the fact that no matter how much we think we know, we still don't know everything. Those hidden gaps in our thinking are sneaky. We walk through life assuming we're seeing the full picture until a mistake slams right into us and reveals what we completely missed. So every time we get something wrong, we learn that our assumptions have limits. Maybe we weren't asking the right questions. Maybe we thought we understood a situation, but a decision went sideways and suddenly, boom, we notice the invisible corners. Notice how sometimes beginners are super confident while experts seem modest or even doubtful? That's a Dunning-Kruger effect. Basically, when we know very little, we don't even know what we're missing. So we think we're awesome. It's probably also the effect of faking it until we make it. But the more we learn, the more we realize how much we don't know, and suddenly we're humbled. So mistakes, they're the wake-up calls that reveal our blind spots and help us move from clueless confidence to informed wisdom. Think about the last time you messed up at work or in a relationship. Before the mistake, you felt confident, and after the mistake, you understood the reality far better than before. That's growth. That's learning. That's a blind spot turning into a bright spot. Next, let's talk about the fear of being wrong. It's sneaky because it doesn't always show up as panic or hesitation. Often it hides behind perfectionism, that it's that voice in your head saying, if it's not perfect, don't even try. Or it shows up as worry about what others will think. Like, if I mess up, what will they think of me? But here's the problem. That fear keeps us from taking risks, from experimenting, from trying new things. And when we avoid risks, we avoid growth. Learning doesn't happen in a bubble. It happens when we put ourselves out there, when we make mistakes, when we step into the unknown. Perfectionism it's like a wall. It feels safe because it keeps failure out, but it also keeps possibility out. Every time we avoid making a move because we might be wrong, We're trading potential progress for temporary comfort. The truth is, mistakes aren't proof that we're bad, they're proof that we're learning. Every error, every stumble, every I shouldn't have done that moment is a stepping stone. It's feedback, not a verdict. So the next time fear creeps in, remember the risk of being wrong is the price of being better. Growth doesn't live in the safe zone, it lives where you're willing to fail, reflect, and try again. So embrace the discomfort, take the risk, accept the mistake, because that's how we actually get stronger, wiser, and more capable than we ever imagined. We've all had that moment, a decision we regret, a choice we wish we could undo. It's the classic, what was I thinking? But here's the thing, regret isn't the enemy, it's a signal, a nudge from your own experience telling you there's something here to learn. So the trick is turning regret into insight, and this starts with reflection. So take a moment to step back and ask, what exactly went wrong? What assumptions did I make? What could I have noticed sooner? This isn't about beating yourself up, it's about gathering information like a detective. Every misstep carries clues that your future self can use. One practical technique is journaling. Write down what happened, what choices you made, and how it made you feel. Then ask yourself, if I encountered a similar situation again, what would I do differently? It's that simple act that transforms regret into a roadmap for smarter decisions. And another method which I find really helpful is mental reframing. Instead of saying, I shouldn't have done that, try saying, I now know something I didn't know before. It's subtle but shifts your focus from shame to learning. And finally, share your reflection with someone you trust. Explaining it aloud helps you process, solidify your insights, and sometimes even spot patterns you couldn't see alone. That I can't believe I did that moment is really your brain saying, next time, you'll do better. So embrace it. Reflect and let insight turn the past into fuel for wiser choices ahead. There's a huge difference between accountability and self blame. Accountability is taking ownership, like I made a mistake, here's what I can do to fix it. Self blame, on the other hand, is a voice that tells you, I'm terrible, I can't do anything right. One lifts you up, the other drags you down. Owning mistakes doesn't mean punishing yourself. It means looking clearly at what happened, understanding your role, and asking, what can I learn? How can I grow? It's about separating the action from your identity. Making a mistake does not make you a failure, it makes you human. A practical approach is to first name the mistake without judgment. Second, identify the lesson. Third, take a small corrective action or plan for the next time it happens. Even tiny steps forward rebuild confidence and show that your self-worth isn't tied to perfection. And here's the kicker. The more you practice this, the less fear you have of making mistakes. You start seeing errors as signals, not threats. You preserve your confidence while growing stronger, wiser, and more resilient. So next time you stumble, don't spiral. Thanks for being with me today. Until then, take a breath, own it. Learn from the mistakes you make and move forward. Mistakes aren't the end of your story. They're just chapters in the book of becoming the best version of yourself. So take care always.